Both the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip6 and Xiaomi Mix Flip offer a flip smartphone experience that's quite possibly the best available on the market. For Xiaomi, this is an impressive feat because it's its first ever flip smartphone and it doesn't shy away at all. For starters, the 4-inch outer displays a high-resolution AMOLED panel at 120Hz. This lets you do a lot more with applications easily being accessible and likewise full-fledged games if that's your thing. Compare that to the Flip 6's outer display, and not only is it smaller at 3.4 inches, it's also not 120Hz and it's more restrictive with the way you can access certain applications. That being said, the outer display doesn't really win a flip smartphone battle. In fact, where the Z Flip 6 has an advantage is with its build quality. There's IP48 water resistance, armor aluminum framing, and Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection. And while none of that is significantly mentioned on the Mix Flip, it does have scratch and drop resistance, but where it's really falling behind is with its hinge quality, which I think is a bit underwhelming and feels too loose. So side by side, the Z Flip 6 is a way better and more premium product in the hand. When you open up either smartphone, the viewing experience is fairly identical. It's a 6.7-inch panel on the Flip 6 compared to a 6.86-inch one on the Mix Flip, but the Mix Flip has a higher resolution and a brighter panel overall. Both displays support 120Hz refresh rates, and the user experience from a speed perspective is pretty identical, owing to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor inside and base 12GB of RAM. Where both of these smartphones differ is the way the software is optimized. For the Flip 6, it's all about Galaxy AI. The features we've known to expect like Circle to Search are here, but so are the newer ones like generative AI for image and drawing enhancements, translation features the same you'd find on the Fold 6, and specific vlogging-centric features for the Flip 6 alone like auto framing, which really takes advantage of the 50MP wide and 12MP ultra-wide camera combination. Looking at it from that front, the Mix Flip doesn't have much going for it. Its HyperOS enhancements are minimal, and the software experience is different from, let's say, stock Android and does require a learning curve for sure. But I feel like having the 50MP wide and 50MP telephoto combination as cameras is more useful in terms of a camera setup from a more practical perspective. Another area where I think practicality triumphs is with battery. So remember when I said the Flip 6 has better build quality? Well, it's still stuck with a 4000 mAh battery which supports 25W wired and 15W wireless charging only. That too without a charging brick in the box. In comparison, the Mix Flip might be a bit thicker and larger in the hand, but for that small sacrifice, you find a 4780 mAh cell that supports 67W wired charging courtesy of the charging brick that also comes in the box. So which one is the best for you depends on your appetite for features and the availability of each smartphone. But this is a rare situation where there is some solid competition between flip smartphones in the industry right now. And I hope it continues because at the end, us as consumers benefit the most. Thanks for watching, and do let me know what you think down in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.